Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that was epic.
We are starting a cult. That's great. I'm Jake.
Oh, what's going on, you fucking people?
Hey.
What do you want? What do you want from me, huh? What more do you want?
Knock on our door. This is how we respond to them.
What could you possibly ask? Huh? You scavengers?
Week to week, you seem to be getting more and more sick of the fact that people listen to us.
Because they're just scavengers. They want everything.
Yeah, they're looking for good stuff to eat.
You want it all, don't you?
Sweet, delicious foods for their ears.
I'm just a man, okay? I can't do it. I can't do it. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we keep doing it anyway.
That's sort of what our shtick is.
I never know what you want.
Oh, but we're back. We are back, if you can believe it. I'm sure you can, because you're listening to my fucking voice.
Yeah, we just talked about JFK.
Yeah, we really did.
Now we're done with that.
We went pretty rough on JFK. He got killed. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of the episode that we did on him, the 3 that we did, but he's dead now.
Yeah, that didn't help.
He didn't make it.
Our series did not benefit him in any way.
Nor you.
But that was a pretty meaty series that we went into, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it went pretty well. I had a good time.
Seamlessly executed, much like we always do.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun little bounce around the playhouse, you know.
Perfect content.
But we are back. Today, today's a nothing sandwich is what it is.
It's true. I got my leg up on Grant's chair, very relaxed sort of feeling going on.
Yeah, we're just kind of gonna shoot the shit for a little bit. We're taking a decompression, obviously, after an intricate series like that where it's a lot of depressing details and. Let's just call it what it is.
Sort of fun characters, though.
Oh, yeah. But when you're trying to do all that research, it gets tedious after a while, you know?
Yeah.
It really does. But we are, I got nothing for you. I'm going to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
I got nothing for you. I
At
hope
all?
you guys are going to give me an episode today. You're going to call in on this dial a number, and you're going to give us the episode.
It's 640-7986.
I wouldn't call that number.
I don't know, man.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know either, but, let's just see.
I don't know if that's a real number or not.
I didn't even get the area code of 124.
124. Yeah, that might change it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, again, that number is 729-684-11.
Fair.
With an area code of 3.
But we'll do a little bit of housekeeping to start the episode. Housekeeping.
Yeah, what do we got? What are we cleaning up?
We are back. This is our episode. It'll be a nice, just chill.
It is. We didn't do Patreon yesterday because work schedule.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it Mondays. On Monday, not Mondays, just on this.
Not
Monday.
every Monday, no.
It's gonna come out Monday, so don't worry. And then next week we will be on a hiatus, a vacation hiatus. Hats on the ground.
Grant just fucking threw a hat on the ground.
A vacation hiatus.
He's gonna go lose all his money in Vegas.
That's true. We're going to Vegas.
The Vegas hiatus.
But so I will be gone next week. I'll be out west, if you will. Really, unless you live in like California, it's out west.
Yeah.
There's very few places in the country where going to Vegas is not going out west.
Yeah, the science of location is just mind-blowing.
It is. But I will be doing that, so we're going to be taking a little bit of a break, but we're going to come back, I assume, with either a pretty, thick episode, or, a series. We'll come back with something.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it, but I have some things I'm going to throw your way and suggestions.
All right. But, yeah, so we'll be back with that in about 2 weeks, but today we're just here. We're going to catch up with everybody. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll be honest with you.
You going to watch any good movies lately?
I don't think I've watched. No, that's not true. I watched the Munsters.
I was going to say, I'm pitching this right to you. I know, as your friend, that you watched the Munsters, but I want to talk about it now.
Yeah, I did.
Here
I watched
while
the
we're being
Munsters.
recorded.
What was that, Tuesday or something? I don't remember.
That was when you texted us, yeah.
I came home from work one day and we were like looking for something to watch, and it was like she was like playing on her phone. You know, she was playing some game, and I was like looking around. I've been watching The Walking Dead. And in my spare time, I'll just put it on and like let it go, you know.
Yeah, it's constantly on. Background noise.
But she's not a big fan of it. She doesn't hate it, but she's definitely not a fan of it.
She doesn't give a shit about Rick.
No, she doesn't
Or
care.
his kid or Lori. She's dead.
She's like, it's just not that interesting to her. So like I'll put it on, but then you do feel bad as sharing a house with somebody. Especially this week, because she's been playing like The Sims, or like she'll be on the Oculus or something. And the Oculus, I don't care because she can't see. So I'm like, I'll watch The Walking Dead.
How is that going? 'Cause we like booted it up the day you got it for, and that shit is wild.
It's crazy, man.
I don't even understand. Why would you want real life?
Agreed.
You know,
it's fucking wild.
It's awful out here.
But like, so she's been playing The Sims on her computer, and I feel bad about that because I'll watch The Walking Dead for 5 hours. Like, I'll come home from work and I will put it on and just leave it on until I go to bed.
There have been days I come over here and we just watch Walking Dead for like 3 hours, and you've already been watching it all morning.
Yeah, I watched it for about 5 hours today. Yeah, I watched almost a whole. No, I did. I watched an entire half of a season today.
Jesus Christ.
Now, granted, I do skip some of the parts that I'm already aware of. And I skipped a whole episode, one that I've seen multiple times and I don't really care for. But anyways, as I was saying.
So you decided to watch The Munsters.
Yeah, so it's like I feel bad because I just keep it on and she doesn't want to. She won't say it, though. You know, she's just being nice. So I'm like, all right. So I'm flipping through, and I was like, it's the fucking Munsters. I wouldn't mind watching it. And she's like, I don't care. You put on whatever. So I was like, fuck it. I'll put on the Munsters. I'll watch this, and then we'll go to bed.
Yeah, a little Rob Zombie action.
I loved it. It was great. As a fan, I wouldn't even call myself a fan. As a person that enjoys just the Munsters in general, it was great. It was great. It was good.
Full of color, I hear.
I don't want to spoil anything, obviously. Oh, yeah, there was a shit ton of color. But it was really fun, I think. I enjoyed every second of it. I'm not going to lie to you. So here's the thing. It's a prequel to the show. I don't know how familiar everybody is with the show here.
Not very.
It is about a group of monsters.
I know that. I mean,
so it's about Lily Munster, and she's married to Herman, the Frankenstein-looking guy.
Yeah.
And the Count is Lily's father, and they live in L.A., or Hollywood, I guess, Hollywood, California. And they have a son named Eddie. Lily and Herman have a son named Eddie, and a pet dragon named Spot. Okay?
Sweet.
So in the show, that's how it goes. It's just the misadventures of that situation.
Yeah, so it's sort of like the first iteration of What We Do in the Shadows. You know?
And in this, it's a prequel to all that. So it starts with Lily wanting, the Count wanting Lily to marry somebody. And then, the beginning is them making Herman. And then those two meeting and, obviously getting together. So there's no Eddie. Obviously, there's no kid.
Yeah.
And funny, Spot, the pet, he's in it, and they actually find him in the movie, and that it's kind of like a little hidden thing,
It's kind of sweet.
But it's about them living in their place, in the old country, and then they move out to America, and then it ends sort of where the show picks up,
All right.
I loved it. I thought it was great for just a good time. It really did have some decent jokes. Believe it or not, the acting was good too. Even Rob Zombie's wife killed it to me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers per se, but she killed it.
Yeah, I was watching Devil's Rejects with Karen the other day, and she was like, she's actually like a good actress. I was like, you really think so? Like, I've never once thought that
No,
But
yeah.
I mean, I
no.
guess looking at it, I'm just like, she is a good crazy person.
Yeah, I'm
She's
like,
very convincing of that. But
I feel like in those movies specifically, maybe not The Devil's Rejects, more like House of a Thousand Corpses.
I feel like she is that though in real life to a lesser extent.
Yeah, she's like manic and sort of wild.
They just like gave her a coffee and were just like, go film.
But she wasn't like the focal point, so I think she was obviously one of the main characters, but she wasn't like the main character.
Yeah.
So I think that did her well, as like a supporting cast member. But no, the Munsters, it honestly was fucking really good. If you like them at all, you're gonna enjoy this. Don't listen to the ratings because everybody is rating it so poorly.
Dude, we were just talking about this. Like, everyone and their fucking mom, like, thinks they have to say something about something they think they won't like.
Yeah.
And then actively say, like, I'm not going to watch it because of this, this, and this. And it's like, those are the people rating. Those are the people who are the loudest. So it's like, just fucking watch movies. Just watch a movie and see how you like it.
I'll tell you this, too. This is going to upset some of the older people. Not many old people, I don't think, will listen to this.
Oh, no. Our target audience.
But the older people that grew up watching the Munsters, I just turned my flashlight on.
You flashing me right now?
Turn my flashlight on. Sorry. It won't go off. Whatever.
Turn it off. You're just going to drain your battery.
Anyway, so the older people that grew up with the Munsters, they're the ones that are bitching about it the loudest because they're like, it's not as good. It's not what I want it. It wasn't made for them, okay? It was made
for children.
It was made for a new generation to appreciate the stupidity and weirdness of the Munsters, okay?
Yeah. And just like you brought it up earlier today, I think, like the new Scooby-Doo shit.
Yeah,
It's
Scooby-Doo,
like, yeah,
Little
Velma
Mermaid.
is black and she's a lesbian, so it seems, but
Who gives a shit?
who cares? Those people don't exist.
It's not.
So
This is.
you could draw like a fucking snake eating a mountain, just like this is Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, whatever.
It really just depends on what you name your show.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo and like the lesbianism, I hate to spoil this for you guys. It's not like Velma is going to be eating pussy on camera. Okay?
No rug is munched, but like it's just assumed. It's like, oh, a love interest.
Yeah. Oh no, she thinks this girl is cute. So does fucking a lot of people. All right. A lot of people find fucking women attractive. Okay. So shut the fuck up about it.
Most of the people that are pissed about it, I'd say, do.
Yeah. That's what's even funnier.
Yeah.
But the Munsters, especially for this time of year, absolutely give it a go. It's worth it. It's a good time. You're gonna enjoy it, I think. I will say this: it is the perfect movie. I didn't do this obviously because I'm not a crazy person, and I also watched it on a work night. If you're ever gonna take acid and watch a movie, make it the new Munsters because it's just gonna be so much better. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, colors are very, very color and light. That's like your favorite shit on acid.
Yeah, and it's good. It's got good tunes. It's got fun times. There's definitely some fun shit. And if you're like a real fan of the Munsters,
They probably do some little nods to it.
they do. Yeah,
that kind of
they
thing.
they kind of bring out like call outs to like old shit, which is pretty enjoyable. I only know the Munsters because I did watch it when I was young, like not religiously or anything. But it was fun.
Yeah,
was fun.
see it around.
You're gonna love it. And to be honest with you, I'm trying to think of a movie that I watched, like other movies I watched. I don't
I don't
really
man.
know.
We're in fucking spooky season, so a lot of like horror films, coming out. We got that Terrifier 2 coming out.
Yeah, that came out
I
today.
am gonna be so excited. I am excited.
And Hellraiser came out today. For those of you that are fans of that.
I like how I watched all of them through once, and I did the same with Saw, and I never went back to any of them. But I did enjoy them at the time.
That's kind of how I am. Like, I'm not anti any of them, but like, Hellraiser was never really my bag.
I just love the Hellraiser 3, where it's like a fucking rave dance club, and there's like a, what's it called? Like a, I keep thinking Deadite, but it's, what are they called? Fuck.
What are they called? They got a weird name. There's some like demon monster.
Oh, fuck. Cenobite.
Oh, yeah,
There's a
obviously.
Cenobite that like shoots CDs out of his mouth. It's awesome.
No, that was they're fun little rides. But if you are a fan, it is interesting to note that it is actually the highest rated Hellraiser in the entire Hellraiser catalog.
Really? Do you think they did like what they did with Evil Dead, in that they made a reboot, but it was like crazy horrifying and not like campy due to effects?
It could be.
You know?
It could be. You know, it's funny you say that. I actually want to rewatch the remake of the Evil Dead.
It's so good, dude.
Because I've seen it a couple times, and I always enjoyed it. I thought it was cool, but I feel like it really deserves a legitimate watch. You know?
Oh, so it was always one that you would just throw on and go on your phone or something?
Well, yeah, like because I have it. Like I think I own like 2 copies of it.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters, and it was really cool, and I dug it. And then when I bought it, I watched it a couple times, but yeah, it was like, it was on, but I can't tell you how closely I paid attention to it or anything.
I understand.
But it would be worth a watch coming up, I think. And then probably watch The Exorcist 2.
You got to.
That's coming up again, just because that's...
The Exorcist 2 or The Exorcist TOO?
Really, I'd probably, if I'm gonna, I might just watch all 3 of them again.
Why not?
But
Exorcist Night.
The first one's like really the only one I actually give a fuck about.
Yeah. Even though the third one seems to be the favorite movie of a lot of serial killers for some reason.
It is weird, isn't it?
It's a lot of people's favorite. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's okay to me. I don't know.
They're killing people. They're crazy. So.
And then you always got to have some zombies in there. Usually on Halloween, the 3 movies, if it's not on Halloween, since Halloween's on a Monday, it'd probably be like that weekend. But I'll watch like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and then the remake of Dawn of the Dead. That always happens every year. I don't know why.
Shaun of the Dead?
No, to me, it's not a Halloween movie. That's like a year-round, just like comedy romp.
What about Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse?
It's a great movie.
Because I just saw that last night and it blew my fucking shirt off.
It's a great one for sure. But I do tend to go more towards the Halloween, like meant to be.
Yeah,
scary.
You don't want it to be like hilarious and scary.
Yeah, and then I always try to get like a couple of like the Universal monsters in. I do not care for Dracula that much.
Bela Lugosi?
I really don't. I just do not.
And like the absence of music, that's just like he's walking downstairs and it's like nothing.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't know, man. I like it.
I much prefer The Mummy or like Frankenstein. That's a go-to,
Yeah, no, of course.
But I do like to get some of the Universal monsters in just because it's what it's all about,
Yeah, dude. I watched that new Bodies.
Oh yeah. What'd you think of that? How'd that movie go?
Pretty good for what it was. It was pretty good. It was heavily making fun of our generation, or the 20-somethings now.
That is so easy to do.
It is
so easy.
All you got to do is mention like a birth chart and stuff, and say like literally a lot.
Literally, I'm a Scorpio.
And then just like constant drug use. Like, that's all it is. But no, I thought it was a pretty good movie, and it was it's kind of funny how it ends. Pretty funny.
Tell me how it ends.
So
anyways,
most of them are dead. That's how it is.
I imagine
most of them die.
I do imagine
in
so.
Bodies. But yeah, I watched that while Karen fell asleep. I tend to watch a lot of movies when I'm over at her house, when she just falls asleep just by myself.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I watched the first 2 John Wick movies that way because she has no interest in it. I'm just like, this is a badass.
Those are good. I enjoyed those
movies.
I did that with I'll be honest with you. The last movie I did that with was what was it? Annabelle Creation.
Oh really? Wait, was that the one that you actually liked?
Yeah, that one was great.
Holy shit. So I remember we went like back when you were still living at your parents. We like went to the library and just rented like a shit ton of just scary movies.
Yeah, we watched
like
one of
4 of them in a row, and yeah, the one Annabelle one, we were just like, this is kind of stupid.
That one sucked. I don't know what it was, but it was
that
sucked.
Like voodoo bookstore owner who was like, I know exactly what's going on.
Here, we'll be right back. We're gonna pause this for technical error issues.
All right,
we're back.
Cautious Grant.
It's all good. We were just making sure. Oh, Annabelle. Yeah,
Annabelle.
because I don't remember the one that we watched specifically, but it wasn't that good.
It was like the origins. I think it like started with the like college age chicks getting it in college, and then from there it somehow it like got donated and ended up in this like new mother's apartment.
Yeah, and they
or
lived in
something
this
like
like
that.
weirdly large apartment somewhere, and
It's
then
like a lot of doors to peer under.
yeah, it was weird. But no, it was because it's very rare that I'm the one or she's the one that falls asleep. I'm the tired one. All right, I'm always sleeping.
You're a sack of sleep.
But that movie, we were watching it out in the TV room, and then it was like, all right, we're tired, we'll go to bed. So we're laying there, and we're laying watching the movie, and she's literally in my ear just snoring. So I'm laying on my side. I'm like, all right, I'm watching this. Dude, it freaked me out. It was like 3:30 a.m., like pitch black in the room. Navi is fucking passed out, laying on my legs. She's snoring in my ear. I'm like, okay, whatever.
You just have the weight of two beings on you while you're watching.
Yeah, and it was this scene, for those of you that saw it, I don't really remember specifically what it was or why it was, but they go into this room. Somebody opens this door, and Annabelle is like sitting at this like a little coffee table,
Oh.
and she just like grows into this giant like 8-foot monster.
Oh my god.
Dude, that part it just freaked me out.
I'm gonna have to watch that this October.
I recommend it. It's a good one. It really is good. It's creepy. It's interesting. It was. I actually had to switch. I went to The Simpsons, and I was like, it's time for me to go to bed.
But it was the Halloween special.
So I did do that. That was probably last year around this time.
Do you know what movie I kind of want to watch again? That when it first came out, I watched it like 3 times, and I was like, "This is the most amazing thing in the world," and I haven't watched it since. Hereditary.
See, you know what's funny?
I still like that movie a lot.
Oh, I still like
but
it.
I like can't remember a lot of it, so I have to revisit it.
I don't think I ever want to watch that movie again.
Why not? Too scary?
I feel like I've seen it so much. I mean, I've seen it probably 8 times in total, and it's really good. But the more I watch it, it's one of those movies where I start to pick out little things that I don't like. And every time I watch it, there's little bits and pieces that I'm like, all right, I don't really care for this.
Yeah.
And I don't want to dislike it, so I just want to leave it.
All right,
no,
I understand that. Yeah, it's kind of like how I listened to Bob Dylan like so much in high school for like 6 years straight. That's all I listened to, and then now I don't really listen to him at all. I just on face value, I have to say like, yes, I love Bob Dylan, but I haven't listened to him in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like it's good. Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoy it, but it's rough. I would compare it to Get Out. I think as far as
see, I only saw that once, and I feel like I should watch it again.
You probably should.
And also Us.
It's one of Get Out and Hereditary to me are 2 movies that by themselves are really good, but the rewatchability of them is not high, only because the movie's so dependent on the twists that happen.
No, yeah, it's kind of like Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, we know exactly what's going to happen now, and it's nuts, but we're waiting for it.
Yeah, when you know when, where, and why the movie goes the way it does, it kind of sucks out that magic. You know, so you watch it once, it blows your fucking mind. You watch it again because you're like, I got to pick up what I missed. Once you keep watching it, you're like, all right, like I don't like this.
Done.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that they're not made to.
They're so good that you're afraid that you'll grow to not like them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, have you seen Midsummer yet?
Nope.
You still haven't seen Midsummer?
I have not.
Jesus, dude, put that on your list this month.
It doesn't seem like it's something I would enjoy.
Well, you won't know until you fucking, you know.
That's very true.
You go ahead and watch it, maybe.
You know, this is totally off of what our topic is specifically.
We don't have a topic. We're just talking about movies.
No, you know what movie I want to watch probably this weekend?
What?
I want to watch
iRobot.
Hubie Halloween.
Why?
No one believes me.
Adam Sandler.
That movie is so stupid, but it's so enjoyable and just it's ridiculous. Like it's so dumb. But
That's the Adam Sandler specialty, dude. It's just so dumb you can't look away, and you're just like, oh, yeah, it's good.
It is like it for some reason when it came out last year, like I watched it around this time, and it really is like a very, very good Halloween flick. It's not scary, obviously. It's not even.
I would not have expected that.
It's not even funny. It's just something that I want to watch. I don't know why.
It's not even funny.
It really isn't. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, we should rewatch Little Nicky one of these nights.
Oh, that movie's just fantastic.
Oh, it's amazing. Just that stupid lisp he has the whole time.
That I'll defend that forever. That's his best.
It's a great
picture. But yeah, Hubie Halloween. I'm gonna watch that sometime.
At
Obviously,
some point.
Supposedly the end of all of the Halloween movies is next week. Comes out. So I don't know if you guys care about that.
The end? Wait, what?
Yeah, the final Halloween. The Michael Myers, Halloween.
Oh, I was
like the real Halloween.
See, these are the kinds of problems that arise when you name a franchise after the holiday they're for.
Yeah, there's no Christmas.
I thought you were just like, yeah, the last ever Halloween movie is coming on the 15th. I'm like, oh,
like,
oh no.
How do you quantify
what are we
that?
gonna do?
It's like Halloween's just over. Didn't you hear? It's like no more. It doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, I mean, fucking Yo Play lady, what's her name?
Yeah, the Jamie Lee Curtis. With
yeah,
the diarrhea.
Jamie Lee Curtis. It wasn't even Yo Play. What was it? It was just the
Activia.
Yeah, yogurt makes you poo.
Activia.
Yeah. But yeah, she's in there. She's got long hair. She always reminded me of Carol from Walking Dead.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because I like both of them with shorter hair more than with their long hair.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't care for the Michael Myers saga at all. But
they've beaten it to death. It sucks.
Yeah, it feels mandatory almost to watch it.
I mean, I'm going to watch it.
I'm not going to like it.
No, yeah, of course. You're just going to be like, I knew this would happen. Oh, he's not dead? Oh, okay.
Oh, he's dead.
Right.
And then with the last 8 minutes, it's very ambiguous if he's dead or not, and nobody knows. And
then a big old dirty hand picks up his mask, and it's like, oh, okay, he's still there.
Oh, it could be him. Oh, it could not. Who knows?
In the last one, you remember it was like 14 people around him, like beating him and like cutting off his head and shit, and like sinking axes in his chest.
Yeah, and he murdered all of them. He just murdered them.
Gets up. Like, okay. Am I really supposed to believe that this guy is like a human? Because that's the framing.
Yeah.
Like, he's just, it's fucking insane.
It's dumb. Michael Myers and Jason, they're so the originals had their charm, right? Obviously, Friday the 13th was a complete ripoff.
They're as
Halloween.
big as they are now for a reason. Like, they're good.
Like, the idea of them was very cool, but the fact that they carried on for so long really it tarnishes that legacy. It doesn't tarnish the original film, but the legacy will never be the same.
No, never.
It was ripped apart completely.
You know what the first sign was? Jason goes to New York.
Well,
he takes Manhattan.
Which one did he go to first? Did he go to Manhattan or did he go to hell first?
I think he went to Manhattan first. Strangely enough, I think he went to Manhattan before he went to hell.
The fact that we have to ask that question is fucking ridiculous. Did he go to hell first? He was in hell. You guys remember that?
Yeah, you remember when he was in space?
Yeah, he was fucking hanging out with the space tits and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Friday the 13th, I'm sorry. As an idea, it's cool. In practice, it is the most absurdly bad thing that I think has ever happened.
Hey man. They're making money.
You get some cool kills out of it.
Because I'm watching it.
Yeah, you do get some fun kills out of it, no doubt.
That's really what you watch them for at this point. It's just like, all right, what are the kills going to be like this time?
Well,
and even the last Halloween, like, it had some great kills in it.
It did. It had its own redeeming qualities, but the last, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 minutes was terrible.
Yeah.
The whole evil, what they chanted was like, evil dies tonight.
Yeah.
and then it didn't die.
It didn't do it at all. No.
So that was dumb. But you know, what are you gonna do? We find out how it ends next week. If it actually really ends, or if it doesn't, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go see Terrifier 2 because I don't know what it is about that movie, dude. The first one.
It was just so gruesome.
It was just for no reason. There was like next to no setup or plot. It's like, where did this guy come from? Who knows? It just started happening.
Yeah, there was
it's
no.
like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
There was straight up no characterization or anything. It was just, this is it.
It just sticks in my mind for that reason, I think.
And then, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil part of Terrifier. It's fucking over 5 years old. All right, get over it.
Yeah, go ahead and watch it, and then go see the new one.
You had your time, but there's a part where he dies, and then he's not dead. It's just insane for the sake of insanity. But the reason I enjoy that one is because it embraces itself. It doesn't get too serious. It's not trying to be bigger than it is. It's just, we're a fucking dumb, violent slasher with this weird mime clown.
He's a creepy old like clown. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just,
he goes in that pizzeria, smears shit on the walls. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like he smeared shit on. Just like an angry Italian man.
It was weird, man. But yeah, that came out. I don't know. I know I'm gonna probably end up getting Shudder here in a couple of days. Or
Why
so.
would you, man? This is the time to do it.
I'm not even for that purpose, but I do love Creepshow. It's probably time to watch those again.
Yeah.
I love those.
No, those are excellent.
And that, like, The Walking Dead is through there as well. AMC Plus and Shudder are together. So you know, I gotta watch The Walking Dead. And I'm gonna probably check out some of the shit Shudder has. Because why not? This is the time of year for it.
They have that documentary series, like about like the history of horror films, right?
Yeah, that was cool. I like those.
Who's it like hosted by?
That was Eli Roth.
Eli Roth.
Yeah, that was good.
I was thinking Wes Craven, but I'm like, that can't be right.
He's dead.
He's dead as
He's
hell.
Fucking dead.
Maybe he's back. It's so scary, like the movie.
But yeah, that's the lineup. I mean, what else is there? I'm sure I'm gonna have to watch, you know, fucking Hocus Pocus or some shit.
I don't know.
Guarantee it's gonna happen.
Have you seen the first one? Because I think I have, but it was in like elementary school.
I'm in the same boat.
You know, like
my cousins loved it, so I watched it with them when I was little.
Yeah.
But
apparently it's good. Like the people that like Hocus Pocus like the new one. So
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what I hear.
all right, that says something about it, right?
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll see that because it's something she likes. But I'm trying to think what else. I got nothing really on the docket. Things might come up in the meantime, you know. But
I'm just scrolling, dude, every night, just like maybe I'll watch this one.
Yeah, and it is today. Today really sealed it. Where it's about where I'm at, or well, where we are at.
Yeah, we're a unit. All right, don't forget that.
Right now, as I'm speaking, it is 9:09 p.m. Before we started this episode, so you know, around 8:30ish, give or take. I went and I let the dog out. And I had the door open, and it was cold. Like, it was cold as shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a hoodie, dude.
And,
hoodie time.
Like, it was one of those things, usually when I open the door, I'll have him, like, wait. Just so he listens a little bit, has some command, you know, just like, hey, wait. All right, go ahead. I was, no, you don't even gotta wait. It's cold. You get your fucking ass in here. I'm closing this door because it's cold as shit.
Yeah. It's that time.
So it's that time. It really is. It's time to, like, the lights are, you know, the sun goes down, kind of dim the lights, get a blanket around the legs, have some nice popcorn and some candy perhaps, and then, you know, put on a good flick or two and just enjoy the season.
Yeah, it's cold out. Stay inside and scare yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like to do.
That's all you gotta do. It's pretty fun.
And, yeah, it's weird because normally, like, see, next week, like, I'm going to miss Halloween. I'm going to be a whole week behind. Because I'm gone. I'm on vacation. So
I keep getting confused, but yes, you are going to miss the movie Halloween.
Yeah.
All
Jake's
right.
like, you're gonna, what?
I'm freaking out over
gone?
here, man. Words don't mean anything. I hate it.
But yeah, so I'm going to miss it. So, I mean, I don't care if it gets spoiled or anything, but, you know, when I come back, I'll watch it. But it's weird. It's like throwing me off. Because I'm so focused on getting my shit ready to leave, you know?
Yeah.
That thinking about the plans of Halloween and, this is what I want to watch, put up some decorations, get this. It's pretty much out the window, It's not even in my radar right now.
Hey, man, you'll come back and feel terrifying.
Probably, yeah. I imagine.
No money. Don't put the rights to the podcast on the table.
I don't even think I could. I mean, I'm going to let the podcasters in on a little secret.
It's an IOU.
I'm not even certain that we legally own anything that we do. I'm not certain about any of that.
Well, if people know how that works, we just sent all that info out there to them.
Pretty much, man. I'm sorry to tell you, but we do have, the back catalog, the history, so I feel like that might benefit us a little bit.
Yeah, court. Oh, I don't want to go to court.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't even think I have the authority to make that happen. I could be wrong, though. I mean, I could, perhaps, but...
We'd probably need a certain amount of engagement in our content.
Yeah, probably.
For that to actually even be a thing, you know what I mean?
Probably. But right about now is when I don't know what I'm going to bet because I'm going to lose all my money and I'll be so sad and scared.
So it's going to be all the money then, all of it.
But I will tell you this. When I come back, it'll be full-on Halloween mode for about 2 weeks, give or take. A little bit, maybe slightly less, but about 2 weeks.
And the show will reflect that.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Probably do something Halloween-ish themed.
Something kind of scary.
Yeah, something a little bit more up the spookiness alley as opposed to just the informative. I will say this. There's one thing I'm going to say about this. I'm glad we don't ever have to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer again.
Yeah.
Because now he's back in the mainstream. And I just don't want to deal with it.
No, dude, we called it. So we didn't do Ted Bundy when all those shows came out, and everyone he was all the rave, and we did it before the Jeffrey Dahmer thing happened. So
we did
good,
and I'm good. I haven't watched that show,
dude. It's excellent. It does an amazing job of not romanticizing him, how some weird fucks do. It's like he's an interesting case for sure, but do you remember that the dildo is like the bun dildo?
Yeah.
It's just a bone.
That was
it's pretty gross. But no, the Dahmer show, it's alarmingly accurate and very good, I think.
Well, I like to hear that, to say the least. I do like to hear that.
I'm pretty sure the victims' families are not so happy that it came out, though.
You know what?
Even though it paints them in a very, it's a sympathetic light.
I feel conflicted about that argument. This is the last thing I got to say, probably, about this.
At all, or just about
well, I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
But I get very upset when it comes to that shit, and here's why. So I understand that the victims' families, you're going to feel some type of way. I completely get that. But at the end of the day, the fact that a lot of them and a lot of people feel that, well, they need to remove this show. They need to not. That is not how any of this should work. It happened. It happened. It did. It's a very important and relevant thing to the study of psychology and, criminal masterminds, I guess you could say.
Even though they did burn his brain.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still something that holds extreme relevance. And to remove that from society, to take that away, is wrong. There is a right and a wrong way, obviously, to deal with it, especially with the victims and, their family. But you got to realize that these are things that are going to be talked about. They're historically significant things that occurred.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be that they were the unlucky people that were part of that story unwillingly,
It's true.
I'm not saying that, you can't, maybe give them things or give them a little bit of a spotlight to share their opinion inside. But for the people that call for this shit to be canceled, not talked about, and just taken down, it's absurd. It really is. It's absurd.
It's life sucks.
I will say this is the official last thing I'll say about it.
Okay.
When shit like this comes out, you really do get to see the cringy side of true crime fans.
Just like a picture of him, like a still frame from the show, and it's like, I mean, look at him, is the caption or something like that?
No, not even that. The shit that gets me, and it makes me just feel so gross. The fact that these people think this is cool when someone will say, for example, like, oh, it was so crazy, you know, I watched it and it really just made me feel weird and I couldn't finish it. I had to stop. And they're like, well, they thought that was weird. I watched it like nothing. I ate while I watched it. It's like,
that's not good.
who cares?
Like, this shit is, well, like, yeah, one, who cares? But also, probably not good that you felt nothing about this.
Yeah,
because this was a very, like, accurate dramatization of all the shit he did. Like, they didn't leave anything out.
I'm telling you this.
Like,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fucked.
If you're, like, I'm sorry to tell all the young to middle-aged white women that feel it's important to explain that they weren't grossed out by it because they knew all about it before. I don't give a fuck if you masturbate to this shit. You don't need to tell people that. Some people are very squeamish about it for the right reasons.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, you're just a pussy. It's like, no, that guy drilled into people's brains and poured acid in there, and then he ate them in McDonald's buns. So I think you should maybe feel something about that, maybe be scared, and not make fun of the person whose stomach turned watching it
Yeah, maybe
play out in very real effects.
go see a therapist, you fucking loser. Sorry.
You need a hug.
No,
You need
I
a
ain't
hug.
touching you, you fucking sociopath.
I'm not saying I'm going to hug him. I'm just saying they probably needed more in their life.
Yeah, it's fair.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's all this episode turned into a Halloween recommendation. I think it worked out well.
No, of course, you need Halloween movies. The Dahmer series, I'd say go watch it.
Jake's giving it the seal of approval.
Seal of approval on that thing. Very accurate, very good. The accent is hilarious. Mainly because no one else in his family has that accent in the show.
I like that. I like that touch.
But no, it's good. Also, Terrifier 2, I'm going to go see that. Maybe I'll see you in the theater. Who knows?
Baby.
Or maybe we'll just be in the same theater. What else? Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It gets a solid 7.5 from me.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not
That's a high
bad at
rating.
all. That's 3/4 right there.
Admittedly, Jake has a very a lax scale. He's a high rater.
I like everything.
But that's not a bad thing. Okay, it's not a bad thing. It's okay to be that way.
It makes me happy to enjoy things.
It does, and it makes me happy that he's enjoying it. So
I got
that's all that
plenty of
matters.
hugs as a kid, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's the episode today. I don't
That's
know about
probably
you,
the
but that's
episode,
it.
yeah. I mean, like we said, we'll be back not next week, but the week after that, and by then we'll have figured out something real cool and spooky for all of you.
Oh yeah, we'll be
Okay.
doing something. We'll get you in the mood. Don't even freak. All right.
Don't even freak out. Don't do it. Yeah. So that's I think that's the show today.
Yeah. I love you guys very much. The patrons, we'll talk to you guys Monday.
We will. We're gonna say some more stuff.
And then the non-patrons, just people that like this show in general, we will be back 2 weeks from today, all right?
In the meantime, just listen to the backlog. Go back to other Halloween time
Yeah, it'll be fun.
episodes that we did. I did that recently. I was like, oh, word. That was pretty good. I don't remember anything I said.
I
But
don't
then I was
remember
listening
this.
to myself. I was like, hey, all right.
Okay, all right.
Hey. Anyway, so yeah, that's the fucking podcast. So we are starting a cult. That's Grant. I'm Jake. And no, we have to say all the shit.
Oh, shit.
You can follow us on all the shit. Grant, come on.
Getting ahead of myself.
You have to follow us on all the shit. It's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on TikTok, Wasack_pod. We're on YouTube. Like and subscribe there. Give us suggestions. We've been getting some more suggestions. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The list is growing. And what else? We got an email, startacult@gmail.com. And Patreon is always down below. You can listen to us talk much like this. This is a good example of what we do on the Patreon. Really, like this episode.
Yeah,
we just talk
specifically.
about whatever the fuck. But you can get that as extra content twice a month if you do patronage there in Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, that's Grant. Jake, Mitch is out there wrangling Navi, so I'm going to call him in for bananas.
No, don't even tell him. He's not involved.
Mitch, bananas time.
Mitch!
It's time for bananas.
Come here!
I hope he heard us.
He had to. The door isn't that thick.
No,
it's
this is a small house.
It's a fucking door.
Oh, he's here. Oh, thank God.
We got Navi, too. We got the whole
Navi
family.
is coming as well. All right. So, yeah, that's, again, we're starting a cult. Mitch is now here. So is Navi. He's so excited. Navi, say hi to the people.
He looked away.
I just petted him with the microphone. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.